So this little fellow lives in the Galapagos, and at night you get a whole group of them that fly around and around the boat, and they make a sound a bit like an egret or a warbling sort of frog. Very strange, but their white of their plumage flashes in the light of the navigation lights, and I think that's what attracts them. But they get quite tired, so they fly around and around, and they try and land, and then they take off. And I'm not sure if they're hunting, if our lights are attracting fish to the surface. In the morning, they get attacked by frigates, which are quite an aggressive, much larger seabird. And the aerial combat is incredible to watch as these little fellows manoeuvre to avoid their predator. And I think it's a predator. It doesn't look like it's some kind of aerial play. It looks pretty serious to me. Anyway, it's very handsome. And I wondered how they fly at night, but look at the size of those eyes. I reckon that has a big part to play in it. Anyway, I've let them stay on the solar panel for a ride and a rest. It's probably deserved it. Although it's quite tricky with webbed feet to stay on a slippery solar panel. So having just gone up the mast already this week to fix the spreaders, I've just had the A7 halyard on the top spinnaker halyard, and the splicing on it's come undone. So the kite's come down, the halyard's at the top of the mast. It's relatively calm, so I've got to whiz up there and grab it down. I haven't got time really to get a harness on. What I'll do is I'll put a line on in case my weight at the top of the mast causes the boat to heel violently and I get thrown in the water. At least then I'm still stuck with the boat. But I think a quick dash up and back down should do it. Let's see how it goes. So I'm going to be attached to the staysail halyard. Should be long enough to go from the staysail sheave to the top of the mast. I've lengthened it as far as possible by basically putting a knot off on the sheave for the staysail there, just a figure of 8 on a bite. It should hold it. Just quick bowline on there, not ideal, but just a bit belt and braces. I'm more worried not from falling because I've got nothing to protect me from that, but if the boat heels violently, that's the bigger concern, and I end up in the water and the boat, which is on pilot now, decides to sail merrily on without me, which wouldn't be very cool. I've got that halyard, whoops, bouncing around a bit. Okay, so we're at the spreaders that I fixed earlier this week. I put some shims in, you see, just webbing on that one, and a couple of coins that side. They were Panamanian and Antiguan coins, so we don't have much further to go, but we start getting to limited stability now. You see the halyard just up there. Whoa, she's bouncing around. This one. Oh yeah, that halyard. Let's wait for the movement to stop a bit. It feels like she's just a bit iffy there. See the swell coming in, announcing the trade winds. Bugger, I've got to get that. She's heeling, wait for it to stop heeling. You see that the halyard's trailing in the water behind, just so I can actually pull it down when I catch it. No, she doesn't like me up here. Bugger, I don't want to have to drop the main. So near, but it just feels like it might be. Let's wait to see what happens when this breeze passes. No, she doesn't like me up here. Look at the pilot working quite hard. Stop her rounding up. So yeah, I'm going to have to get down, I think. So when she comes up, right, make sure it doesn't throw me off. I have to do this without the main up. No, the pilot's not working. She's going to try and jibe the boat. Get quick! Bugger. That's what I didn't want to happen. Bugger. Try again. Okay, I got it. And I'm bringing it down. Trying to keep tension on the halyard so I don't lose it again. Come on. Phew. Victory snatched from the jaws of defeat. swallowtail gull resided on board of the Origami yesterday to take a rest, being chased this morning by 2, subsequently 3 frigates. This is the aerial combat I was talking about yesterday. At some point, the frigates forced the gull to regurgitate whatever it had eaten, and they then descended to the surface to gulp it up voraciously, and then continue their pursuit of the hapless gull. So I'm not sure if they're trying to attack it, or they're really just trying to get it to provide them with food in a sort of fairly aggressive, vicarious manner.